original release 10 years ago.
That's the shrimp sauce, the lemon. That would be, that's the vinegar, the creamy, that's the coleslaw that you'll get.
So what I do, I'm going to grab a piece of it and lean it on the plastic and lift. Got the access, twist and lift. So when you twist and lift it, it doesn't pull the battery out. Customer to let us know what BMS they want put on here. This baby will be bumping 84 volts in no time. There's no more getting janky, crooked cuts. No more wondering, guessing, is this 35 degrees? Now, introducing Princess Auto's Power Fist Angle Grinder Holder. Check this bad boy out. Variable degrees. Up and down cutting, meaning we are now going to get straight cuts and we don't have to fork over hundreds of dollars for some fancy chop saw. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here, an amazing $39.99 plus taxes. We're about to check this baby out and see if it's really going to save us time. Definitely going to be getting our cuts more straight. Take the camera mount off, the chest mount off. It's way too hot. Sweating like crazy. I don't know if you guys can see what I see, but you see how crooked that is? I'm gonna try and straighten it out, put a new plate on it, and maybe it'll go on something else, but for now, we got this bad boy to the rescue. I'm gonna cut these off, straighten them up, get them on there. I don't know what's gonna go on with this yet. We might just do a skeleton frame. Actual skeleton, so I'll paint it like a cream white kind of color and then draw the actual bones and then clear coat it. I think that's what we're gonna do with this. It's gonna be our first skeleton mini E-moto. Got a lot of work to do still. for 8 gauge, and they look pretty small. We might have to actually return those. This is supposed to be 8 gauge silicone rubber tinned copper wire. High strand count copper core. Negative 76 Fahrenheit to plus 392. Nominal voltage 600 volts. This does not look like 8 gauge wire. This is more like 10 gauge. This is 8 gauge. These are about the same kind of size. This one's a lot smaller, it seems like, though. It's just a little bit smaller. Well, this is what we've been waiting for to get our battery going. Now we just gotta wait until we get some more nickel stripping. Once we get more nickel stripping, we're on one. That's it for now. It's a younger dude's bike. We're gonna give him our old Pro Taper grips. Our older ones are, I probably use them 2 or 3 times, so still mint. And look at that. Let's see if we have one of these. Let's go! Okay, we're getting closer and closer to getting the customer back into the dirt. I'm just doing what they asked me. I've adjusted the brakes. I might have to rebuild this rear drum here. There was no fuel filter. We got a fuel filter on here. New throttle. Some new grips. On and off switch moved from over here, relocated. New brake handle as the other one was broke. One on there with the downward angle. I don't know how big Mayut's hands are. Hopefully he can grab it. If not, we can adjust it. He was having a hard time lifting this, so what we're gonna do with this is once everything's on and he actually comes back, I'm gonna actually put this on here with him here so I can adjust it correctly. That's where we're at. I'm about to throw some welds in this right now. I'll get back to holding wire at the worst time. We're gonna throw this baby on there, put a new crush valve, get it installed. These welds cleaned it up first. So we didn't do an extreme amount of work, but we did do a good bit. So I got this adjusted so that's not sitting up so high like how it was. It's down there now. I took this apart and tried to get it as tight as I could. Unfortunately, it needs new bearings and I don't have any in that size. As I said, I have all like bigger pit bike stuff. But I did get one of these on there, and I even tried to make one. Unfortunately, there's not many aftermarket parts for this specific one. I did get the handle grips. I put a brand new brake lever on there, readjusted the brakes and everything. Everything's good. I was trying to get into this gearing, and I was playing around with it a lot. And basically, like, you just gotta break it in. So like whoever owned this bike, they didn't ride it much. So this bike's had like a rough outdoor life, but it hasn't been actually like fully broken in yet. So yeah, it's ready to go. I put a whole new exhaust on. The other one was too rusted out and it kept burning through it, so I just said, you know what, here, I'll put one of my old ones on there. Off one of my old bikes. I wanted to do a much better welding job, Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But I could have done way better. I just ran out of wire. So I gotta go get some wire. And same with the air filter. I tried a bunch of different air filters. And yeah, it's too small. Okay. No exhaust. Back drums rebuilt. New fill filter, carb adjusted. New handle grips. New brake lever. New screws. Just basic stuff. Just a quick little tune-up. Keep the bike running nice and sound. Your bike not running right, man? Come check us out. Mod Demon MX. Electric and gas.
I know what you're thinking. And no, this is not a marketplace find. We got this hideous, horrendous thing as part of a payment for repairing a battery. But before you judge it, just know this thing's got mad potential. So you know what that means. It's about to get demonized and electrified just like the neighborhood raccoons when they're chewing on the power lines. I'm talking kicking out more watts than concert speakers on a Justin Bieber tour back in 2009. Nah. I'm talking Suron and Talaria type power crammed into a razor-sized frame looking like a Beverly Hills Chihuahua with the fight and bite of one of Mike Vick's top pit bulls. Now I'm talking spewing out more amps than a college kid after their first open bar mixer. You know this thing's gonna be putting out power.
What is going on, guys? It's Mod Demon MX. We are getting here now, Saturday. Hopefully we get some more supplies tomorrow and we can get right back to where we were. Appears we bit off a little more than we can chew. We're working on this one. Needs more welding wire. We're working on this one. We might just scrap this whole thing, to be honest. I thought this was a razor. Razor is usually one bar here and then one bar down there. I don't know what this is, but we got it started. Does need a new shock. I gotta move this over to the center. Find a shock that fits it. We do have power for all of them. This one, I was gonna put a 60 volt system in this one, but we did just get a new MY1020 72 volt 3000 watt Coonray motor, and then we do have the exact same one previously that we used to have in this bike. I don't know if you guys remember that. In the winter time I was riding it around with MY1020 in it, just because the winter time it was keeping it nice and cool, kept it from overheating and whatnot. Here we got the baby, the Demon US 138 ND72 450 far driver, N1S display, basic voltimeter, key switch throttle, 3-speed. I am gonna get a Suron throttle for this. I'm just waiting for some more parts and then we're only got 1, 2, 3 more parallel packs to find the capacity of to run in repacker. Then we can put this battery pack together. So we get all of our supplies from China. We'll put this battery pack together. I know it looks kind of funky. These are just the cell covers. The pack of cell covers I bought was just all a bunch of random colors. This one I did make sure they were all one color. They're purple. These are Samsung 50E cells, Samsung 20R. These ones are Panasonic cells. I forget what exact model they are, but they're Panasonic. They're a high discharge. 20 amps, 20 amps, 30, 20, 20, yeah. So I am going to run both of these packs in parallel to give this bike its 200 amps comfortably. I don't want to be stressing a pack out. Even though they're big packs and probably could give me a lot more than what I'm going to be asking them for, I'm not going to be doing that for the simple reason I do not want my pack getting hot or worn out or anything like that. So even though the pack could easily probably give me close to 200 amps, just this one by itself, 20S10P, so it could easily give me that. This one's 20S5P, so each one of these packs can give me good power, but I'm only gonna put 150 amp BMS on each one, and then I'm only going to pull 100 amps out of each one, and I probably won't even pull the 400, to be honest. I'll probably pull 75 amps off each pack, and I will run my far driver at 150 and go up from there. That's my plan for this. This one got a gas motor in it now. I take it back out just because I can do stuff like that. Rip a damn motor out and put a battery tray in there, no problem. This is going to be getting the ND72 450 far driver, 450 phase, 200 line. This one's getting the ND72 260, 260 phase, 80 line. This one will also be getting the ND72 260, 260 phase, 80 line. This, if we do anything with this, it'll probably get a 60 volt, or I was even thinking of getting a 36 volt Jetson hub motor and front tire and putting it on there. I really want to finish this mini bike so I can put the 60 volt system in the actual mini bike. And then we still got the 250 frame out here, now starting to get rusty. So we really got to get on these builds. Unfortunately, I do have to wait for parts from China. And over here we got a good little project going, the AKEZ 48 volt hub motor that we're going to overvolt to 52 volt. That's the inside winding of it. Got to put some new Hall sensors on it. I'm waiting for that to come from China as well. This needs new Hall sensors in it. It was running without them. I had them bypassed. It was running fine. And then I took the cheap generic controller off of it and put a far driver on it. And then the far driver said, no, Hall error. Then I put the cheap generic controller in it. The cheap generic controller will run the motor fine with the Hall sensor bypass. A far driver or a Voltol, any smart controller tells me no. It gives me a Hall sensor error because the Hall sensors are bypassed. So I don't know, I gotta figure that one out. This one, like I was saying, we might put I have two Kunray 72 volt 3000 watt MY1020 motors. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I am trying to acquire a bunch of more cells right now so I can build each bike its own battery pack. My overall goal was to have this one, the 20S10P for the Demon, and then the 20S5P
for the Supermoto Demon.
And then this came out of nowhere. So I was building the 60 volt system, and then I got this, 16S 4P for the mini bike, and then I was like, well, why don't I take that out the mini bike and put it in this, because all I gotta do for this, I made these today. Cut them, bent them up. Those are gonna go on there, like so. And then we're gonna weld that, because I cut them and then bent them down. So the bike is more comfortable because it was sitting way up, like literally like that. It was crazy. It was literally like almost your chest is on the bars. So yeah, We're doing some custom work for that. Put a swing arm off of a 250. It's got the big spring on there. Big sprocket. This little bike, this thing's ready for some big power almost. As I said, we were waiting for some parts from China. This thing's all mixed matched with parts and everything right now. It still needs some more welding, some more cutting, and then paint, but it's also missing. I'm gonna put a 50cc suspension on it. I think I'm gonna go with the 630 suspension, 630 mils or something like that, or 635, one of them. But yeah, we're putting a bigger front suspension on it to go with our bigger rear suspension because this baby is nice. We got the 9-inch rear tire, 8-inch front. These are not no 6.5-inch tires or whatever they are. So yeah, bear with me, guys. We're busting a move slowly. As parts come in, we're busting moves. As it sits for right now, the packs, I got enough nickel strip to probably do this one. And then I got enough wire to do them both. I got BMSs for both of them. We're waiting on what we're waiting for right now is nickel strip and a BMS for this. And then also copper stripping because these are going to be getting the copper nickel sandwich. And then we might even upgrade our spot welder. So we might go from a 5 kilowatt to a 10 kilowatt. That way, here's one of the far drivers. The other one's in the mail at the post office, hostaged. And then there's another one up there. Just so you guys see that I'm not bullshitting y'all. Let me just take this off quick. There's that big 450. So I changed the hall sensor thing on there. I don't like the white one. So we are waiting for our other far driver. It was supposed to get delivered yesterday. They said they came and there was nobody here, which is a lie. We were literally home all day waiting for it. So that's a lie. The whole thing with the controller is they were supposed to send me a new controller. They sent me a new motor by mistake, and then they sent a new controller. So now the other new controller is at UPS, so we'll probably get it Monday. We just have to pay the extra tariffs thanks to Trump. We got this one here. This one was giving me a hall sensor error. So I removed the old cord. I don't know what the heck was wrong with it. Maybe the thing just got too moshed up or whatever. So I pulled out, there's a brown wire on here, a brown and yellow wire like this that's hooked up to nothing. So I took it out and then I attached it to the red of the hall sensor and then moved it. So now this should work. If not, we're gonna have to order a new harness off AliExpress for $9 and redoing it ourselves. So hopefully this upcoming week we get something good. We never know. I have been getting quite a few messages for battery repairs, and there is a few people who would like a custom battery built, and there's a couple people who would like a few bikes built. So we're just talking to people, seeing what they actually want, what they actually need, and once we got it all figured out, you already know what it is. We'll get to work on it. Got a lot of exciting stuff coming, and we got a lot of new builds coming on the way. As I said, we do got that AKEZ 48 volt that we're going to be overvolting to the 52 volt. We just don't know what frame we're going to put it in yet or on yet. We are still scavenging. We are still scavenging and searching Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, and every other site that has stuff for sale. So as soon as we find something, and if we do find something to convert, best believe that we're going to be. And if we do find something else to convert, best believe that we are going to be loading it with lithium power from our DIY packs. Personally, I'd rather build my own batteries. That way I know what's in them and I know what they're made of and what they're capable of. And I know it's not going to break on me while I'm riding, or I'm going to go out one day and it's just going to not work. Hopefully we come across something good. In the meantime, we're going to find something to do. So that concludes our week, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And until next week, stay tuned in because you never know what we're going to come across or find.